Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top two stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped those stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video, like we always do here on this channel. Right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, alright? So let's get started. Right off the bat, we have the SPY right now. And today was kind of a nasty day. It had a little pullback. I'm not too worried though. I'm not too worried about the market. It came down to the previous level of support right over here and formed this double bottom. The first bottom was around 9, and then the second bottom is like at 7 or 8 p.m. And it's right there. So as long as we don't break below that, I'm not too worried, and I do think that we're gonna bounce tomorrow, and then we're gonna eventually reach that target of 45.60. Like eventually we're gonna get here. I'm not bearish just yet, all right? But just be mindful of the situation and where we stand right now. So that's my very honest opinion on the overall market. Now the first stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list, that stock is, let me change this thing to 5. That stock is Disney. All right. And the reason why I want to share Disney with all of you is because of the pattern on the, well, two reasons. First, the pattern is on the weekly. It's right over here. If you zoom in really closely, like if you really zoom in, you can clearly see that it broke out. It tried breaking out multiple times, but today it opened out. It opened up outside and it's still outside, and it had quite a nice day today, starting from like $180 and running all the way up to $185. As soon as this thing started running over here in my alert at like 180, 182 range, somewhere over here, this is where we started averaging with calls. All right, so watch this thing for a move all the way up to around like 190, which is why this alert is right here. It could go even higher. All right, it could go even higher. I'm not bearish on the stock at all. And also, if you look on the left hand side where the news is, and I'm sure all of you are aware, there is a new movie that came out right here, Shang-Chi, and apparently it's a box office hit according to this news right there on the side. So they might report how much money that movie has made very soon, and it could potentially make the stock jump up overnight or tomorrow night or the night after that and move all the way up to 190. So just keep that in mind. All right, keep Disney on your watch list. Very bullish structure and very clean. Now the next one that I want to share with all of you is actually a stock that I previously shared before and we made quite a lot of money on. That stock is Facebook. All right, the first time I shared Facebook with y'all, it was at $371 right over here. I think, yeah, it was right over here. All right, and then the next day it immediately ran all the way up. I told y'all that the price target for Facebook was at 390, maybe 395 very soon, right? And then when it got over here, it kind of rolled over just a little bit, and this is common. This is okay. I still think it can still make it. The structure is still clean. I think this thing is going to go all the way up to like $400, and this is actually a good spot. If you look on the chart, again, this is for all of you who are beginners who don't know how to read the chart. This right here is a morning star right there. This combination of these three candles right here, morning star, ready to take out the short sellers who are located up here right at $384. And usually the next candle that follows is a massive green candle that opens up around 384 and runs all the way up to 395. all in one day. I wouldn't be surprised if it did that. It would be kind of annoying if it took 2 or 3 days to get there. Like if we see it by Friday, I would like to see all of it by tomorrow. That would be really, really, really nice if you can just sprint all the way up to $400, which would look similar to a previous play that we did in a Discord. The pattern is similar, not the same, but that one was on NUE. It was over here. It was kind of a falling wedge right there. The entry was a bit late, but it worked. And here is what I mean. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about this move right here where it takes out these previous short sellers. Yes, this one is a little different because it's a bullish Arami, but this giant candle right there is the move that I want to see on Facebook. All right over here when it takes these people out. So just keep Facebook in your watches for tomorrow. All right, not bearish at all. And 400 is very, very near. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of our last video, the first one is CHWY. All right, and what is going on with CHWY? It had earnings and then it tanked. It didn't do too well. This is a gap down. It's the opposite of a runaway gap. It drops and it keeps fading for a very, very, very long time. You have seen that with Amazon. Like it had the same thing. It dropped and then it just kept dropping for like an entire month before we see some type of recovery. So I do think that we're gonna keep going lower on CHWY and go all the way down to like 70 bucks. I definitely think so. I'm not bullish on this one. Like if it does bounce, like let's say it bounced tomorrow with the market, like we may see a little dead cat bounce here and then it rolls over all the way down and then it bounces like mid-September and afterwards. All right, this is what I think we will see with this one. Or it could just slowly fade out and then run over here. Like eventually it's gonna bounce. The drop is not gonna last forever. It's either gonna choose option number 1 or option number 2 and then bounce. So that's my very honest opinion on that one. The next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is PD. All right, and in regards to PD, this one, it has a reverse head and shoulders on here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And where is this thing gonna go next? I mean, the earnings was good. If this was a green candle and it kind of held around 49, then it would have been easier to just tell you that it could just go all the way up to $54 probably this week or by like next Monday. But right now, the way it's looking, it might take a little longer to get up there. I do think that it's gonna go all the way down here first though, at like $45 and then curl back up and then run later on. All right, all the way up to $55, maybe even $56. So yeah, it's definitely something that you want to keep in your watches, but I wouldn't be too quick to buy right here. I want to see this thing chill out and consolidate a little bit more before I consider it for long. And plus it will be low-key bit better, especially if it comes back down to like fully retest that neckline right over here. All right, so just have patience. Eventually it will make its turnaround. So that's for that stock, and I hope that answers your question for the person who asked about it. The next one that we're going to address, that stock is AOE. All right, and AOE, this is definitely bearish. Again, this is pretty much what's happening with CHWY. CHWY, like I said before, I think it's gonna roll over. Watch for a drop all the way down to $24. I'm not bullish on this one, and I wouldn't tell you to buy this thing. So let the dust settle, let the stock chill for a bit around like 21, 22 before it rebounds. So now the next one that we're going to be doing, that one is actually a stock update. A stock update on one of the stocks that I told y'all to buy last week, which was Novavax. The timing was of the video not the best. All right, I released the video here and then the next day it dropped immediately, which was kind of a bummer, but it held its level. All right, the hammer is still there, and I told y'all in yesterday's video that I was still holding the column there, and I actually got rid of it at 267. or 267.5, somewhere around there. That may be too early. I was debating whether to get back in with those profits for the move all the way up to 280, because 280 is right around the corner. Again, if you're still in this thing is still a long. All right, I do think it's gonna get to 280, but I decided to move that money into BBIG, big, right here. All right, and obviously you can see the structure on there. It looks quite clean. My entry was late. I was debating whether to get in here or just get back into Novavax, but yeah, watch this one for a short squeeze. I think that this thing is gonna open up at around like 1150, and then immediately squeeze these individuals up here who decided to go short at 1190, and then this thing should be running all the way up to a minimum of like 14 bucks minimum, and maximum of like 16 or 17. All right, so definitely keep this one on your watches for a parabolic move. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot, and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, alright? Enjoy the outro.